and hunters and like no, the players just want to play Fighting Spirit. Just let them be. Just let them play Fighting Spirit. See. Anyway, here we go. Game number 5. And seriously, the thing is, like, I don't know why people think Fighting Spirit is boring. Because like I watch Sniper 2 a lot, which is the restream of Afrika, which has a lot of high-level Korean streams. And obviously Koreans only play on sorry, game started. Koreans only play on Fighting Spirit. But like almost every day while I'm watching it, I see something that I've never ever seen before on Fighting Spirit. For example, yesterday I watched Sky playing a PvP on Fighting Spirit, and he used the trees. Like he ended up in a situation where he had 3 Dragoons against 5. Well, let me actually do the overlay first before I continue on my little story. But yeah, so Sky was in a situation in a PvP where he had 3 Dragoons microing against 5, and he was running away, and then he actually ran to the trees in the middle of Fighting Spirit. There's like a couple of tree doodads, and he specifically positioned. Well, I'm gonna put my camera on for this so I can tell you guys how awesome this was. He specifically put his Dragoons directly in the trees, which causes a 50% mischance. Now, I don't know how many people know this, but if you're a UMS player, like if you've played a lot of Sniper on UMS, you know that if you're behind a tree, you get a 50% mischance. So he put his Dragoons under the trees, and so was able to beat 5 goons with only 3 by target firing and using the mischance. It blew my mind. I was like, what? I've never in my life seen that. And even if like you think about it theoretically, you're like, okay, that makes sense. But how often is that going to happen in the game? And yet Sky actually used that to win with 3 goons against 5. I was like, wow. Anyway, it looks like they're talking to me. I'm not listening to them though because I'm too busy on my little tangent. So yeah, that was just crazy. I was like, I've seen, you know, thousands of games on Fighting Spirit, and yet I've never seen that before. And you know, still, these people are surprising me with this kind of stuff. It's really, really cool. I just love seeing these little nuances. Anyway, what do we have here? Was that just an overpull? I think that was just an overpull. It's like probes being annoying, but it's not going to be too big of a deal. Sent 2 drones there, so yeah. Overpull expand from NeMu. And so it looks like for the deciding game here for Game 5, we're gonna have an off-race match here. So TechnicS is gonna play Protoss while NeMu plays Zerg. Now, of course, in game number 1 on this map, we saw the same thing, and NeMu went for like 6 hatch, no gas, and mass Zergling mid game, which TechnicS sort of held off for a while, but then eventually just kind of couldn't deal with the mass ultras that came his way. So that was not ideal. Anyway, it's like another drone, presumably going out to take a third. Although this probe is going to be trying to deny that. Obviously, NeMu can send a couple of things over there to take care of that. But looks like he's going straight to the Protoss base. Now this is a pretty good wall. There's one gap here, one gap there, but otherwise it's all nice and tight. And the cannon is going to finish now. So I don't know. With 6 lings, he might try a run by. It'll be close though, depending on which way he goes. Is he going to go along the top side where the probe is, or along here? It's going to be close. He also, I'm not sure if you can see that there's only one cannon. He sees this cannon, but there could be another one up here that he doesn't know about. There's now. But, uh-oh, this could just be a ling bust. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, there's extra probes that we need. Alright, that's good. He might live now. He might live. He needs to block it perfectly. The lings are going to target down the probe. One probe is down. They're going to target down the other probe, and it looks like they're going to get the 3rd probe. I don't know why they waited for that 3rd probe, though. If he had just run straight by, I think he could have 4 lings in, but instead he's only going to get 3, although 3 is still pretty good. Now, at least he doesn't have ling speed, so Protoss will have a fighting chance to micro against this. If he had speed, that'd be absolutely devastating to have the lings in so early. And yeah, we can see 1 ling falling already, although 1 probe falling as well. Meanwhile, NeMu actually taking a close 3rd because this drone got blocked at the bottom right natural. So he's taking, sorry, not a close 3rd, but a close 3rd hatchery. And it's like, ooh, 1 hit left on that guy. And TechnicS going to chase us with a couple of probes. This is actually a fairly valid response, actually. Yeah, you can actually just hunt down lings with active probes like this as long as you pay attention and micro them. It's sometimes actually better than just like letting your probes mine and stacking them when the lings come in. To just keep them chasing actively like this when there's only a couple of lings is actually not bad. can see because NeMu doesn't micro it perfectly, and so he loses the lane. Oh man, it's because there's a Zealot in the natural actually killing stuff. Oh god! Oh god, the counterattack! Killing 3 drones! He's still alive, he's still in the back! He's gonna force some more lings. I don't think he's gonna get another drone though, is he? Well, he might. No, he's not going to. Wow, so the counterattack was actually more effective than those lings were, I think. Although there were a few probes killed, so I think there were like 3 probes killed at the front, and an additional 2 or something in the main or something. But it's pretty close though. That definitely helped to even things out a little bit. Nice little counterattack by TechnicS. You know, a lot of players when they get the lings running into the main, they go pure defensive mode. They don't think about counterattacking. But the good players always think about going for the attack. Did that probe just kill a drone? No, I don't know where the drone went. It's not here anymore. And TechnicS, sorry, NeMu actually built another hatchery now. That is natural. He's also double gassing as well. His build is a little bit bizarre. I don't know if this is just because the early game was a little bit weird, so he's kind of, maybe forgotten some buildings or something and been forced to do something weird. But again, we have TechnicS skipping Stargate. It looks like both these players, when they're playing PvZ, don't like making Stargates, which is curious because nowadays the norm is to go for Stargate because of how effective meter harass can be, in particular on maps like this where they got the cliff in the back of the natural. Really interesting to see them both skip Stargate. Skipping Stargate is generally a sign of a Protoss player who feels weaker, so he doesn't want to play a normal game. He wants to go for like some sneaky Zealot shenanigans. Ooh, what was that? Was that a double Hydra Den? Oh man, I'm pretty sure that was a double Hydra Den, Hydra bust all in, and it got scouted. I didn't actually see what the building was, but I'm like 90% sure he made 2 Hydra Dens, and because the probe got into his main, he had to cancel the second one. Oh, sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. I'm a little bit surprised they didn't rebuild it when the probe left, because it didn't actually stay in that long. But, yeah, looks like we're going to have just 4 gate speed loss again. It's apparently the go-to build if you're not that comfortable playing Protoss, which is completely legit. It's like how Keontae always goes 9-hatch speeding all in when he plays Zerg, because he doesn't know how to actually play Zerg. It's pretty much the same thing. Anyway, NeMu again choosing a funny hatchery to make his lair into. I don't know why he makes it at like an off hatchery there. It's a little bit weird. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Bum bum bum. Wait, how did report turn into that? What the hell kind of typo was that? What? Did you guys see that? What just happened? Oh man, that wasn't even like a 1-letter typo. You just somehow got a random combination of 6 letters and symbols. Like, how did he hit backslash? Man, these Bulgarian keyboards, man, I tell you, they're pretty weird. Anyway, we got some dudes moving in. We're gonna get blocked a little bit by the SimCity, although the speed laws are pretty strong still. They do have +1 this time, but the timing wasn't terrible this time for the first game in like 3, 4 +1 speed lock games. The +1 has actually been in time for the attack, which is awesome. Although it looks like he's gonna get taken down anyway. Although no, a couple more Zealots coming in here. Emergency things being built. Good drone stacking though. This calls on the Zealots quite a bit of pain, and it looks like NeMu might hold this sort of. Yeah, he's gonna be okay here. So it looks like he's also gonna try and run into the main. Just be annoying by some time as well as maybe distract the Zerg a little bit, allow these Zealots to get a couple more kills. But things have not gone too badly for NeMu, although he's still on 2 bases against the Protoss too, so if that goes on for too long, he's not going to be in good shape. And actually, this Zealot is still alive in the main. Looks like there's 2 in the natural. Did some distraction. And boom! Another nice drone drill. Oh, I'm sorry, actually, no, NeMu does have a 3rd. It's not mining though, so actually that's okay. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, good. We got the archives. Good. No Storm yet, though. Looks like neither played. He's a huge fan of Storm. He just like making Archons. That's okay. And we have Mutas again. Alright, cool. So it looks like, I don't know. I'm kind of getting a read here on the NeMu/TechnicS style of PvZ. This might be useful for any of their future opponents in the TLS to make notes If you're Zerg and you face NeMu playing Protoss, expect speed loss. Similarly, if you're Zerg and TechnicS decides to off-race you as Protoss, again, expect speed loss. They both seem to like going Mutaling as well in ZVP, so there you go, guys. Revealing all the super secret strats here before the groups even start. It's crazy. Okay, so speedlots are going to poke in, but obviously with that many mutas, they're not going to do any damage. These speedlots are basically just to buy time and force the mutas to stay at home to defend while the Protoss gets up the emergency cannons. As you can see, emergency cannons on the way. That's a pretty interesting cannon placement right there. Alright. In the meantime, Hydra ends up. He's got Hydra speed, none of the other upgrades yet. And he's going to poke in with the mutas now. And it's not quite done. He's going to try and force that one down. And some good micro. Nope. Nope. Yeah, got it. Got it. And this kind of thing is why you want Corsairs nowadays. See? Oh, unless you can get the Archon hits. That's not ideal. Is NeMu going to try and micro this down? You have to be really good with unit micro to be able to take down Archons, although it helps to have that high ground. But it is possible. Actually, the coolest thing to watch is there's a video of an AI bot playing, like, doing micro things in Brood War, and there's one part where it like micros. It does Muta versus Archon micro, but it micros like every Muta separately, individually. Because it's got like 35,000 APM or something, and it's just like the coolest thing you've ever seen. I think there's also one where like micros Wraiths against Hydras or something like that. But I'm sure somebody knows what I'm talking about. There was some video released a while ago. In fact, I think the AI like the StarCraft AI competitions are still going on in Brood War. Because there's like a whole Brood War API that you can use if you're like a budding young programmer that you can easily like interact with Brood War units and stuff. So there's some pretty cool stuff going on there. Anyway, looks like we have a big Zilla Archon army coming down, which is a problem when you have a lot of mutas, but not so much when you have a lot of Hydras. But you still gotta be relatively careful though. You can't engage in the middle of the map. Zilla Archon is still very effective against Hydras if you're in open ground. Although, it's like not getting the best engagement angle there. Although it looks like this base has actually died while I wasn't looking, so that's always good. It's like classic cast here. Where the hell did that even go? It's just like obliterated off the face of the earth. I don't know what happened there. I guess the rest of the Zealots went and killed it. Oh well. I was too busy telling stories about something. What was I even talking about? Oh yeah, the Brood War, the AI thing. That's right. So we got a big counterattack going in here. It looks like NeMu sort of feels like he might be semi-all-in after losing that base. He's going to get sandwiched by the Zealot Archon. Fortunately though, he doesn't have enough Hydras to actually ward away the units, and he's killing these Templars before they even get a chance to storm here. Storm looks like it is done. That one had enough energy, and there's the money storm on the Hydras. This unit is actually suiciding to snipe Templars, not realizing how many cannons there are. Oh god, that was brutal. Oh man, NeMu thought he had an opportunity to end the game there, and unfortunately for him, ended up going the other way and just losing everything of his own. Ay. Anyway, we got Lurkers on the way. Got some Lurkers. We got a third base from Mr. TechnicS. Things are not looking good for NeMu. It's not looking good, even though NeMu was able to take the first game in the exact same situation. PvZ, reverse race on Fighting Spirit. Actually, I say reverse race, but that doesn't really make any sense, because NeMu's a true random player, so he doesn't actually have a race. But, you know, TechnicS is playing Protoss instead of Zerg, and NeMu's playing Zerg. Anyway, oh, he's gonna snipe the Templar. The Templar got sniped but had no energy anyway. That's the energy Templar, and boom! Nice. One more. No energy. Ah, useless. Man, somebody like give these Templars a power bar or something. Just no energy for Storm, completely worthless. But NeMu though is still not taking a third base for some reason. I guess he just feels like he can't with this giant Protoss army running around the map. Oh man, he's got like no Hydras left either to defend. Oh man, he might even die. Oh god, NeMu. NeMu might die. I just heard an Archon explode. I think he sniped an Archon. He's losing the rest of his units. TechnicS now going to start mining from his third base. NeMu is in some serious trouble right now. Although he's going to run in the back, he can snipe some High Templar with those few Hydras. He's got Lurkers on the way. If the Lurkers finish, he will actually survive because there's no Observer with this army, and it's mostly Zealots, which obviously are not good against Lurkers, but they might actually just get trapped and killed here as soon as they finish. I'm not sure. One of the eggs actually does fall. I think TechnicS can pull some Zealots back to make sure he surrounds the Zealots and just snipes them off as they spawn. But it looks like not going to be able to do that, so actually, NeMu is going to hold on here. TechnicS not even paying attention to the last of his Zealots, and ooh! Getting a last run-in storm there. Last Defiant Storm, but that did cost TechnicS quite a few units, although considering he's mining on 3 bases against the Zergs too, I guess it's not such a big deal. It is in fact not even a little deal. It's just not a deal. It's no problem. So we got some Lurkers moving out now. It looks like NeMu's actually rebuilt a good number of mutas. I don't know why he would continue muta production here, now that he's after he lost his initial force. They are quite expensive. They're 100 minerals, 100 gas. It's a lot of gas to be spending on a unit that's really quite fragile here. Once Pearls has these number storms. Although there's like nothing here at the natural for some reason. Oh my god, it looks like all the units went over to the 12 o'clock, but a few High Templar are coming back here. There's a nice storm on those Lurkers, and man, really getting those Lurkers. Only one Lurker left with just a few HP. Although look at the mutas now coming in here, and actually looks like I overestimated the Pearls force because TechnicS actually suicided his Archons earlier on while attacking NeMu's natural, so he actually didn't have any anti-air, surprisingly. And then DG getting sniped before it can leave, and all the cannons are falling at the front, so this one Lurker actually is just stopping the Brawls from doing anything against that army, and wow, it's actually quite an interesting situation. I feel like TechnicS should still be okay here. He's building a big round of Dragoons as well. There's really not that many units left for NeMu, but this could be a little bit tense here. NeMu doing a good job microing these units, but there's some of the Dragoons. I think range for them is probably just now finished as well. And again, still no observers, so still gonna have to rely on these cannons finishing for the detection. And some more Lurkers are working now as well. NeMu continuing the attack. No sign of third base from him. I think he's just gonna go all in here and try and end the game. He sort of has to be honest. And here we go. Is he going to do it? He can now actually range the cannons while being out of range of he can now range the Nexus while being out of range of the cannons, although obviously the Dragoon still have range, which is a bit of a pain in the butt for him. But if he can get the Lurker in range, that'll be really nice here. Now, yeah, he's going to get 2 Lurkers in range there. And there's no observer just yet. There's an observatory there. Where's the actual rowboat? Oh, it's built at the third here. It looks like some really messed up gas mining going on. These cannons. But uh-oh, Lurker coming in the back. If he can cycle off the cannon in the back there. Oh man, this Lurker can do a lot of damage. The Lurker, it should attack the probes. Attack the probes and not the cannons. Oh man, this Lurker. Why is he not running the probes either? There's a Lurker massacring your probes, bro. The probes. And almost all the music on though. Meanwhile, some Zealots, speed loss is patrolling around, making sure that the Zerg doesn't have a third. Because TechnicS, even though he's taking a lot of damage, if he just keeps up his 3 bases, he'll be okay. Although this base looks like it might actually fall. If the Hydras just move in slightly and range the Nexus, I think he can actually kill that for sure. They'll still be on 2 bases against 2 bases, and that's a good number of Dragoons now with an Observer. So relying on the Lurkers is no longer going to work. But, oh man, he really should just take down this Nexus before the Dragoons get up there. He should just put a Hydra here, make it into do a Lurker egg block on the ramp, and then kill the Nexus. If these goons get up, he's actually going to miss his opportunity. Come on, Lurker egg block it. Lurker egg block it. Egg block it. Egg block it, man. Come on, eggs. Where are the eggs at? Oh, well, I guess sending more Hydras. That'll do. Oh, he's actually counterattacking the natural while the army's moving up to the 12. That's interesting. Also, these are like pure Dragoons, no High Templar, which are actually quite bad against Mass Hydra. And actually, this Dragoon force is now going to find itself slightly flanked, although there's a few too many Dragoons for that to happen. Oh, and a decent storm as well. These Hydras are doing something weird, although it looks like this one Lurker is just going to do it all by himself. These Hydras really should have just blocked the ramp, though. I don't know why he didn't do that. That's such a common trick to do nowadays that it's not even like that surprising anymore. It's something that you should just kind of have in your arsenal as a Zerg player to be able to do something like that. So 117 supply against 37. Huh. That's not doing so well. You can see how freaked out the Hydra's getting by this this state of affairs. Meanwhile, looks like TechnicS is just chilling, running around with his giant goon army. Got a bit of a weird rally point there. Get some idle probes over here, but it's all good. He's going for the attack. He's going for the end, the finishing blow. 2 upgrades against... Oh no, mutiny! Oh god, it's a mutiny. The Hydralisks are no longer under control of the hive mind. These are now feral Zerg. I hope everyone understands that. Did you all play the HOTS campaign? You should all go play the Heart of Storm campaign, just to experience how ridiculous the story is. Gameplay's quite fun though, to be honest. So, well, okay, here's the deal. Basically, if NeMu can kill all his buildings before TechnicS can kill his buildings, then technically it's a draw, because TechnicS didn't actually eliminate NeMu. NeMu eliminated himself. I mean, this is how Joe Kim, in fact, was able to be the only player in ISL to not actually be knocked out of the tournament. He just killed all his own buildings. So that was pretty impressive. Ah, failed. Alright. So TechnicS takes it 3-2, taking revenge on Fighting Spirit with his Protoss play. And NeMu going out, not fighting, I suppose, fighting himself, going out with an inner struggle, inner turmoil. Maybe that was all actually some like elaborate way to express some deep emotional turmoil within him or something like that. I don't know. Maybe NeMu's surprisingly deep, you know? Alright, anyway. That is that. So TechnicS wins the best of 5, 3-2. Yeah. And I think that means we're gonna go to a break and then come back with the group selection. So yes. See you guys in a bit.